Okay, so that took a fair amount of time, but I got it. We got light. I'm excited. While y'all are coming in, I realized I don't have any music or anything, but that is A-okay. I just wanted to play around with that effect. Some of you know I love effects. I have an effect problem, but that's okay. We're going to get it started in here. Hopefully those of you who were here can come back. Come back to me. Come back to me. I'm begging you, please. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I actually had to go and do some, how do I call this? Afro engineering so that we could have this live. So I'm really excited. I know you can see me, at least based on what I can see, you can see me, and I don't look like I'm in a dark room. I mean, it's kind of dark behind me, but other than that, you can see my face, and that's really all I wanted. So that's great. It's a little warm in here. Yeah, now would be the time for it to get a little warm in here. Anyway, we're telling your followers that you started a live video. Come hang out. Come hang out. Come back to me. I'm begging you, please. Come back to me. I want you to. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Q. It's a combination of turquoise liner and a white gloss. So that's what I got going on. Wow, it's really hot in these soft boxes. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, that's not going to necessarily bless our lives, but that's okay. I want this off the screen, though. Telling people that you're coming. Okay, well, we know they're coming. So will this go away, y'all? Because I want this to go away. All right, so I want to get into this, okay? So I'm so used to being live on Facebook that I'm not really used to being live on Instagram. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I say like thank you or whatever? No, I can only block you. Listen though, let's do a little housekeeping, if you will. I have a free challenge starting. Hey, Sophia. I have a free challenge that is starting on August the 8th, and it is for leaders, creators, message maker, really anybody who feels called to empower others with their brand. So it doesn't matter if you work for a company, if you have your own company, if you feel like you are supposed to be empowering other people, I want you to sign up. I hope that is a hyperlink. I'm not real sure if it is, but it's here. And you can go, otherwise you can cut and paste it. Go to bit.ly, P to E step. It's called the Power to Empower Challenge. We're starting that on August the 8th. So next Monday, 4 days together, I've got a grand prize that's completely ridiculous, and I want you to come. So like I said, leaders, creators, message makers, whomever. Like if you know that you are supposed to be empowering others with your brand, which means your voice, your nonprofit, just everything. Look at my people. Mayoshi's in the house. Y'all, Mayoshi is a sick fashion stylist in it, and she works with the artist. She's actually the manager of the artist, Skyra Bliss, whose new hit called Hood Rat Shh is out now, and you can catch that on 97.9 The Box all the time. She's in heavy rotation. Ooh. All right, guys. So listen, I'm not going to sit here long because I realize that I'm getting hot. Mostly because, you know what? Mostly because I've got lights on me at like 3 different points, because that's what I had to do to make sure that you guys could see. But that's okay. We're going to take it old school with a church fan. This is a card my mother gave me. My mother loves cards, y'all. If you have people in your life that love cards, put cards in the comment. But she loves cards, so she's always giving me cards. And literally around my house are just tons of cards. This one says, I see you being brave by being you. I think that's backwards to you guys, but I see you being brave by being you. And I'm like, you know what? I think this is an apropos sentiment for tonight. Because I see you, thank you, boo. I see you being brave by being you. And it takes a lot of courage to be yourself. If y'all agree with me, y'all give me some feedback, you know. I like a little feedback, a little zhuzh, you know. Now I'm losing my light. See, did all that to lose my light. What's going on here, light? Talk to me, light. I have 2 soft boxes on me, but I don't do the best at lighting, which is usually why y'all see me do lives in the other room, because everything is set up and it's okay. But I said, no, I want to be on the couch. I want to be comfortable. And this is what we get. Now I've got dark videos. It's okay. Y'all gonna rock with me with my dark videos? Just say yeah. If it's okay, just put okay in the comments and let me know it's okay. And then I'll just keep rocking. Hey, 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 I am the confidence coach. What's going on? So, listen, it takes a lot of courage to be you. Like, okay, you can see me. Okay. And y'all, I have a neuroses about dark, dimly and poorly lit videos, especially for people that claim they're digital marketers. Like, if you're a digital marketer, you need to go talk to my friend Jeff. Some of you know it as Amazon.com. And, yeah, get some lights. So yes, it does. You decide to walk your path no matter what you experience and share your gifts with the world. Yes, it takes a lot of courage to be you, to sit in your authentic energy, to say the words that you know that you need to say, to spew out that message that has to come from betwixt. Not from between, but betwixt. We're going to use college words today. From your lips. Like it takes a lot of courage because truth be told, humans love to blend in. That's what humans love to do. Humans love to blend in. They don't want to cause too much commotion. They don't want to confront the issue. Humans love to do that. And so I feel like I'm losing my light, which I probably am. I'm losing my natural light, but that's okay. It's fine. I'll get over it. It's fine. But y'all are here. I'm here. What's light? Who cares? It's fine. I'll edit it in the after before we repost it. Anyway, so, like I said, the challenge, do y'all wipe away? No, I guess they just stay there. Fine. So the challenge with so many things is that when you decide that, you know what, I've got to just show up. I can't keep being a part of the crowd. I can't keep being in this space. I can't keep operating like this. When you finally decide that, it changes everything. And some people can handle it. Hey, Miss Ashley. And some people can't. I've got the confidence coach here. I've got my early childhood enthusiast here. Ashley does some amazing work. My big brother's here. You guys are so awesome. Hey, okay, so when I'm on Facebook, usually I tell people if you have a business or a project of any kind, make sure you drop that in the comments. Like, tell people who you are, because I've got two educators on here that might need to know each other. So I've got the confidence coach and I've got the early childhood enthusiast. You guys might need to connect. So I don't have a problem with you telling people who you are. Drop it in the comments. Don't be shy. Be brave. Wait, be brave. So like I said, it takes a lot of courage. But listen, I'm going to tell you something, and I need you to know this, and I know Q's got many things. Q has been working on, guys, you got to get to know Q. Like, her vibe, she's a whole mood, okay? Just know that. She's a whole freaking mood. So, one thing I have learned, and some of you saw my reel today that said this lesson cost me $8,000. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, my people. Yes, we connect and commune. Wait, I got light. Now that we found light, what are we gonna do with it? I guess we just gonna sit here because this is a crazy position for me to be in. Anyway, but if you caught my reel, then put reel in the comments, because I said that this lesson cost me $8,000, and it did. I learned an $8,000 lesson 16 years ago. And I don't talk about it because I think I'm ever going to see that money. That money is gone. Like, there it goes. That money was left back in 2007, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. But the reason I continue to tell the story is because as a recovering people pleaser, it becomes very important to me, especially as I talk to you more about your personal brand. It becomes important to me that you not only have a brand that you can embody that will allow you to empower your folks and to get paid. See, a lot of people, see, there we go. See, AishaTaylor.org, PlayPanAfrican.org. Dozier Luxury Services is in the house, luxury travel services and everything else. She's a concierge, guys. Everybody connect. Everybody clap your hands. Okay, so I'm really excited. So, at the end of the day, I see a lot of people that say, oh, Stephanie, thank you so much for talking about people pleasing. I stopped people pleasing. I'm going to tell you again, you actually don't stop people pleasing. You recover from it. All right, y'all make sure you drop your questions. If anybody wants to come on with me, send me a request. Like, I want to talk. We want to talk some shift. If you've got a question and you don't mind hopping on camera, come on, let's do this thing. So, yes, I love it. Yeah, she's got some beautiful sons, y'all, and they do some amazing things. She's got a beautiful story. Q is everything. Like, I'm so glad we connected. So people say, oh, I stopped people pleasing. I'm like, you know what? People pleasing is something you recover from. It's not something that you stop. Like, it is not a one and done, and I've got to keep saying that. But what I am saying, hey, killer, what I'm saying to you guys is that one of the things that's so interesting about my clients is that they may come for one situation, but then as we work through that, they start to see that they have greater purpose in their life, that their purpose was not just to endure, nonsensical relationships and dramas and conflamas and all of that, as a friend of mine used to say. And they start to push into what they need to do. And so here's the thing. When your season changes, sometimes your seasoning does not. So some of y'all are still cooking the chicken the same way, even though you no longer eat chicken, you eat steak. Well, I hate to be the one to break it to you, and I love to cook. Honestly, you can't season steak like you season chicken. Yay! That's awesome. I love that. So you can't season. Now, some people might say, well, yes, you can. I use whatever I use. It can go on all meat. And I'm like, no, it can't. It can't go on all me. Hey, Killer Text. I'm just saying what's up to everybody. So no, it can't. So anyway, as I watch my clients, and the majority of my clients are, completely doing their thing. Like, they're affluent in their personal life. I mean, in their corporate lives or their professional lives, but they come to me because they want to get delivered from this monster called people pleasing, be it showing up in their relationships or showing up in their business, wherever it's showing up. And so what's going on, y'all? As they begin to evolve, what they will figure out is that the people pleasing is still there. That's why I say you really can't stop people pleasing. There's no such thing as a former people pleaser. There's such thing as a recovering people pleaser. Thank you for sharing, Mayoshi. I love Mayoshi. She's such a doll. Y'all check out her IG and her podcast. What is it? Is it pretty? It's Pretty Something Podcast, but she's going to drop it down, so y'all are going to find out. So there, it doesn't matter that I forgot. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. So listen, so you're a recovering people pleaser, and so as your life changes, there's a very good chance that it might show up. One of the places that I see people pleasing show up a lot is in business. Because if you've been so used to catering to people and when I say cater, I don't mean not treating them well. I definitely believe in over-delivering to your clients and making sure, there you go, Pretty Problem Podcast. And so I definitely believe in treating your clients well. Like, we go above and beyond. We do some sick stuff. Like, our clients are looking like, is she for real? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because you know what? I see you being brave by being you. It takes courage for you to say, hey, I need some help. I need some help with this. We need some help with our relationship. It takes courage to make those decisions. So when our clients come in, we do all kinds of stuff. I don't care. Listen, I will think of things to do that would make their day better, brighter, bigger, more amazing. Like, I will sit up and do that. But here's the thing. Like I said, where I see it show up again, if there's going to be if there's going to be a relapse, oftentimes it might be in business. And the reason why is because when you have been used to overgiving and overperforming and singing for your supper, sometimes it feels a little weird to put those boundaries up in business. And what's going on, John Whaley? So you guys got to get to know John Whaley. He's amazing. Serial entrepreneur, Goldman Sachs, small business, 10,000 small business lead instructor. He is everything. And he's my big brother. Both my big brothers are here. My god brothers are here. I love them. So they keep me in check. God bless them. Y'all pray for them. Pray for Kevin and John. Add them to your prayer list because they keep Stephanie in check. God bless them. So listen. So it's hard, right? It's hard sometimes to switch that and find that balance between, okay, I'm really going to serve my client, but I'm not going to do craziness. Like, I'm not going to go above and beyond. I'm not going to spaz out every time they call and they got a problem. See, my brothers. And so I'm not going to do that. Right. And listen, if anybody wants to jump on, just send me a request or drop your comments in the comment box. Yeah. Y'all know I don't do live Instagram. Y'all want me to do live on Instagram more? If you do, put IG in the comments. Let me know. Like, talk to me. Come and talk to me. Oh, better yet, come and talk to me. I really wanna. Okay, not finna spoil you. So listen, so they decide that, okay, so I'm operating in my purpose. I'm doing my mission work. I'm doing my thing. And, some people notice that, you know what? I'm not getting paid the way I need to get paid. I'm not attracting in the clients that I really want to work with, Okay. Y'all say IG, please. I'm here for you. So, I'm not attracting in the people, I'm not getting the clients that make my heart go, pitter patter. I'm not doing that. And if it becomes a pattern where it's like, man, I should have charged them 10K, but I charged them 2K. Well, okay, why did you charge them 2K when you know that? Well, see, a lot of times what happens is a key sign of people pleasing is a desire to be affordable. See, nobody really talks about this because affordability is actually a mind flip. It really is. It's a mind screw. It's a mind bleep. It's all of that. And so, because affordability oftentimes is based on what you can afford and contingent upon what season, but you stop. Did you stop, my Yoshi, or am I about to slide in your DM like, hey, girl? I'm going to slide through like that little black boy on the roller skates. Remember how hey, girl. Because the challenge is a little warmer here. Y'all don't mind if I fan, do you? The challenge is that depending on what season you're in, what you can afford is subjective. See, a lot of you keep saying you want Louis Vuitton level clients, but you charging these Walmart prices. Well, if you charge Walmart prices, you're going to attract Walmart folks. That's how that works. Now, when I say that you have a pattern of undercharging and over delivering, I'm saying that needs to be exactly. Everyone can't be your client. We have a favorite clients only clause in my practice. Like if you can't be my favorite client, we don't need to talk at all. Like if I'm going to look at the phone and be like, oh Lord, then you don't need to be my client. What's going on? Skyra Bliss is in the house. Just talked about you. Skyra Bliss doing that hood rat. Shh. Catch her in heavy rotation at 97.9 The Box. I just like saying that. It takes me back to my radio days. Yes, I sold radio, but I also did production and I had a marketing. I still have a marketing agency. So anyway, we're talking about undercharging and over delivering. Okay, great. So a lot of times that happens because you're trying to be, thank you, girl. Ma, love your work, love your vibe. You are everything. Okay. Hey, is that Angela? Hey. Y'all are in the house tonight. Look at this. I am loving this IG love. I guess I do need to do IG a little bit more. So listen, affordability often is about what you can afford, and contingent upon what season that you're in, that's going to shoot you in the foot. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. In my early days, when I was just launching my marketing agency, and when I finally figured out that I didn't need to have 10 clients at $500, don't ever do that. Ever. Now I was in my 20s, still in my people pleasing seasons. That's what I was doing. And there were times when I was trying to get my life together. What's going on? That I could not have afforded myself. Like I could not have written a check to myself for the amount that the client just wrote me a check for. I mean, this white lipstick just looks crazy, but y'all like it? Let me know. Anyway, so that becomes the challenge, is that a lot of people, they come out of the gate, and I don't care how many years of experience that they might have, but they come out of the gate and they're trying to be affordable. Well, if you're not meant to be affordable, then why are you trying to be affordable? Don't get me wrong. I am very much almost obsessed and committed to something I call accessibility. This is why I'm doing that free challenge. Y'all see that pinned comment? I'm doing a free challenge called the Power to Empower Challenge. I'm going to spend 4 days with you. There's a prize. I'm going to be doing all kinds of things. And so if you feel like you're supposed to be using your power that you are currently standing in to empower others, click the link so you can be a part of the challenge that starts on August the 8th, right? Okay. So that is about accessibility. That is not about affordability. Because I am very clear about the reality that some people can't afford certain things, but we'll try to make it more accessible. A lot of times affordability is because you're not confident enough in your skills to say, you know what? I'm bomb, and this is what my price is. Listen, when was the last time anyone saw a Rolls Royce on sale? For real. Like I always go back to Louis Vuitton because when I was teaching college, I would tell my students, look, we're going to either be Walmart or we're going to be Louis Vuitton. The problem is with a lot of people is that they have a brand that they think screams Louis Vuitton, but it really screams Walmart. And I'm like, listen, there's nothing wrong with Walmart, but remember why Walmart wins. Walmart wins because they are a low price leader, which means they have the volume of traffic that makes that plausible. Notice how Walmarts are very big and Louis Vuitton is very small. Prada's very small. Tom Ford, very small. There are the luxury brand stores are not big at all. Why? Because everybody can't shop there. They are not accessible to everyone. Does that make sense? Am I helping? Okay. Is this helping? If it's helping, put help in the comments. I just want to know, because knowing your worth is so key, right? But you can never charge your worth because I'm priceless. But I can set investments that make sense for what I'm bringing to the table. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I am a triggering experience. If you work with me for any amount of time, your whole everything is going to change and shift if you let it. If you let it. Now, I did have a client about 3 years ago that I triggered her and she got upset and she didn't want to coach anymore. And I'm like, okay, but I'm a triggering experience, because if you don't get triggered, then you don't transform. Period. I'm glad it's helping, guys. You know, if you don't get triggered, then you don't transform. And so the coach that I am, the consultant that I am, the mentor that I am, I would be remiss to watch you walk off a cliff talking about, ooh, I hope she be okay. No, I'm going to pull you back from the cliff and say, hey. You tiptoeing on this cliff like you Simone Biles on a balance beam is not going to get us to the destination that we desire. I'm going to pull you back. I'm going to pull you back. And so at the end of the day, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. So, you know, I wanted to come on here. And like I said, I talked about your personal brand is why they treat you like that. Trust me, I know, because a lot of times most people, even if you have a business brand, you have a personal brand. Everybody on this live has a personal brand. It's the reason why some of you that know me were coming to see, okay, what color her lips going to be. If you really know me, somebody wants to come hang. Let's see. Who's coming to hang? Ooh, come hang with me. Yeah. Coming. Y'all be afraid. Wait, didn't I? Okay, maybe it's loading because I think it takes a minute. John, you coming? Yeah.
Jumped your feet. You're doing great. I just want to see it.
Thank you. That's all you're going to say? You don't have anything else to say?
No, just, what we always talk about, which has everything to do with the difference between people that can scale and have a lot of money and a lot of things, and they got wealthier friends. Like
that part.
My kids, I put them in sports where it's diverse. So on one end, they got folks where they can stay practical and lean, and then they got friends that got real stuff, a lot of stuff. And so that gives them that balance. So, I mean, we spread ourselves. So when people are balancing out that time, like you and I always talk about, I spend time in the Billionaires Club and I spend time in the Food Stamp Club. So,
that's right.
All right. That was it. I love you, sis. I'm here. What? Bye.
I was excited. I thought we were going to dialogue and everything. Fine.
Hey, I'm here. I'm waiting for the burgers to get made. So if you want me here, I'll stay with you.
Okay, stay with me. Because I want to know, because, you do a lot, and you've seen a lot of businesses over the years, doing Goldman Sachs and everything else that you've done. Have you found that self-esteem can often play a part in why people are not taking their businesses where they could, or do you feel like it's more pragmatic?
What I've seen is you got one side that feels they're not good enough and the other side that feels they're better than they really are, right? Ooh. You got to ask yourself, the people that feel like they're not worthy yet, and they'll call it imposter syndrome and all that, is usually vibing with people that aren't on your level. And so the reason you have that thought is because you're there, but you're running with people that can't support that thought. And then on the other end, You got people that think they're way better than they really are, and they run with people that gaslight them even more and make fun of them behind the scenes. But, you know, it's really, you end up hanging out with people that don't truly support who you are.
I've said that because, you know, the people, if you surround yourself with people that have, if they say, hey, you know what, I just want to get a job and be okay with life. I mean, that's cool. But if you're sitting there saying, you know what, I want to go global, you know, I want to expand my brand, I want to reach these people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's nothing wrong with those people. It's just that you need to get around people where the conversation is different.
Right.
And you know, they don't have the capacity to comprehend.
Yeah, and you know, it all happens in cycles. Like at one phase of life, you may want to be very reserved and stay in your space and grow you. Other times, you're ready to promote you. So, you know, thank you. I'm in places where, you know, I'm in growth mode again. And so, mode, if you're not number one in your division of anything, then we have very little to talk about. Not from a cocky, it's just I only got so many summers left. And when I'm talking to somebody, I want somebody who's going to stretch me to say, man, wow, let's go. So. Right.
Killer Tech says, I just had this conversation earlier. And, you know, I feel like, you know, like there's a keen difference between undercharging, over delivering, and then, you know, as a pattern, but then also being in kind of a lean season. And I think, you know, I've been transparent. You know, I've had some lean seasons, right? Lean seasons happen. But, you know, I think that when people get into that pattern and they're looking around and they're constantly not winning, you know, they're constantly taking L's, definitely, I think it's a call to shift the program. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you always, you know, the metrics you use, I always try to remind people that, you know, make sure you're not running from childhood demons. When you're setting your metrics, like I'll hear people say they always want a certain car, they always want a certain lifestyle, and then you get there and you realize as humans we're designed to take on the problem, and you get to one thing that's success and new problems emerge. So I mean,
that's right.
The big takeaway is just really focus on things that matter in the moment and know it's going to change. Every time you win, you get to 100,000 a year, you got new problems. You get to $1 million a year, you got new problems. Mm-hmm. And you're taking the challenge, it makes it a lot easier, right? So we've both been in radio. My thing was I knew I wanted to syndicate, do all this other stuff. I got to a certain level as far as production, and I said, nah, the reward isn't worth it. So I'm going to switch to something else. And so don't be afraid to pivot, you know, and have people say, well, why'd you quit that? Well, because I couldn't. So.
Yeah. No, really. This is funny, y'all. I charged my phone. It's talking about 30%. So that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So, well, John, thank you for hanging out with me. I will call you as soon as I get done because apparently this is going to be short-lived. You're going to have to help me with the lighting, too.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you know, like I was saying, guys, it's like I don't know how to get rid of you, so you have to get rid of you. There you go. So, you know, like I said, if you want to come hang, there we go. If you guys want to come hang out, because I think the challenge with all of these things is that everybody tends to look at them as their individual things, and it's like, oh, you got personal brand, you got marketing, you got healing, you got your traumas, you got your this, you got your that, and I'm like, listen, all of this goes together. All of this goes together, because if you have a personal brand that is screaming, I don't believe that I have the gifts that I actually have, then people are going to treat you as such. Remember, the predator always knows its prey. Always. So the people that keep trying to lowball you, hey, Ashley Marie for life, I was trying to wave at you. But the people that are trying to lowball you, if you're always encountering people that are trying to lowball you, you got to check your brand. Your personal brand is emitting a signal. You know, y'all ever seen those birds that do a particular chirp or whatever in nature to attract their mate? Yeah, you're attracting in some things because maybe the personal brand, the brand ain't branded. And the brand is about so much more than just having a logo and a website. Because for me, I always talk about the pragmatic side as well as the energetics of brand. And so if your energy in your brand is not sincere, then that's a whole different thing. Right? Some people, the audio and the video doesn't match. And so if somebody's talking about, oh yeah, I'm all about authenticity, but you fake, some of y'all know some people like that, then what are we going to do? Your brand is your personal brand, even more than your business brand, is going to tell you some things or tell other people some things that, nah, that ain't what you want. And so for me, it started to all start to congeal and come together because, you know, I've talked about people pleasing and empowerment, right? Talked about people pleasing and empowerment. I'm an empowerment coach, but I'm a personal branding mentor. Why am I a personal branding mentor? Because I've been a marketer for 3 decades of my life. Not just a marketer, an award-winning marketer. My clients included, you know, a little group called Destiny's Child. Maybe you heard of them. And I'm not going to sit here and stunt and be like, yeah, I was they manager. No, I had friends, one of which worked with Music World. We had that opportunity. I worked on some things that involved DC as well as B. And this is a long time ago, you know, but like Wrigley's and Tom Joyner and DeVry, like I've actually been blessed to do some stuff, right? Got to talk your talk, because the reason why I have to tell you who I am is because it's a lot of people telling you who they are and they ain't. So my thing is, my goal is when I get to work with a client, especially if they're coming in talking about, hey, can we talk about personal brand? I caught you this, I saw this, I was in your challenge for the last 4 days. We're going to walk it all the way back. We're going to talk about the pragmatic side as well as the energetic side. Cause yeah, listen, we can do a brand from the pragmatic. We can have the logo. We can have the website. We can do the colors. You know, we can do all of that. We can set all that up. We can do the strategic part where we're making sure that you're doing. I remember one time, y'all, I did a call with someone, and within an hour, I showed them how they should be making 10 grand a month. And it was so easy, like boom, boom, boom. Hey, if you just tweak this, this, and this, 10 grand a month, easy breezy. Yeah, no. This may come as a shock to you, but some people don't listen to me. And some of y'all may say, well, maybe that's your personal brand. No, some people are just allergic to change. I didn't trigger her enough, because I'm telling you, if I don't trigger you, then you won't transform. There's just no way that happens. Something has to trigger you so that you begin to shift the narrative of your life. Y'all let me know if this is helping. Y'all got any questions? Y'all got any questions? Mayoshi has just invited everybody. That's my girl. That's my little sister. I've adopted her. She's in the family now. She can't go anywhere. You're in this thing, girl. So y'all got questions? Anything I can answer for you that you're like, man, I hadn't thought about this before. Well, what about this? What about that? I'm with it. This is an AMA. You can ask me anything. Life, love, business, being, branding, whatever. Like I'm happy to answer your questions. If you want to hop on, I think I got just enough juice. My phone, y'all. Can we talk about my phone? My part of my personal brand is that my technology betrays me. That is a part of my personal brand. And so this phone, although it is time for an upgrade, I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, the battery, something is draining the battery, because the minute I unplug it, it's like, and I'm like, but that's okay. It keeps me from talking to you guys all night, even though I would love to do that. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to start doing more IG lives, because you guys are an amazing audience, and I'm going to do it in the room with the better lighting, so I won't be dark, because I can't stand poorly lit videos, right? What's a good starting point to rebranding? Okay, so now are you telling me that the brand has already been out and now you want to shift it? Or are you telling me that there is no brand and you kind of want to start rebranding, like in a formalized way? Like, let me know. But I'll talk while you're answering that. So usually a good starting point to rebranding is sitting back and strategically looking at the audience. Like, who is the brand created to attract? Which one? Who is the brand created to attract? This is the part that a lot of people skirt and try to skirt around, because, okay, so you're formalizing the brand. Okay, so I think that's right. Formalizing. If it's formalizing, put formalizing in the comments. So in that, so if you're formalizing it, and this goes for anybody, make sure that you're looking at your audience first, because the audience is going, okay, so the audience is going to tell you what direction to go in. See, a lot of people, they love to do marketing and branding from the inside out. Now, yes, you have a personal brand, but if you have a personal brand and a business brand and you actually want to do business with people and you want them to pay you, then they have to be taken into account to a certain degree. And so if you start going into the visuals, right? I got a whole personal branding class that talks about the 4 or 5, I think it's five components of the brand, and the visual is only 1/5 of that, okay, of that equation. So what we want to do is make sure that we know to whom we are speaking. Because I used to sell radio, I always think about demographics in the form of radio formats. 18 to 24, 18 to 34, 25 to 44, 25 to 54, so I always think about but that's the demographics. A lot of you have a psychographic. Somebody is looking for you to solve this particular problem, or they engage in these activities. And so don't be remiss about that, right? Some of you cater to single people. Do you cater to single moms? Do they have one child or do they have 3? Because the woman that has one child as a single parent walks a slightly different path than somebody that may have 3 or more. So begin to have a conversation with your audience. These days they call it avatar. I'm an old school marketer. I call it a target audience. So start to engage with that. Start to think it through. Like when you see yourself on stage, if you're talking to an audience who's in it, if you see somebody buying your product, your good, your service, or your experience, what do they look like? Why did they come to you? Are you the first stop or are you the last resort? Last resorts charge more. So these are the questions you start to ask so you can formulate who that person, those persons are, right? And then what we do is that once we know who those people are, we start to build a better mousetrap. Does that make sense? Does that help? Oh, Q, I think I know what you're saying. Thank you for it. So you're welcome, my dear. So, that being said, at the end of the day, you kind of have to reverse engineer it to a certain degree. A lot of times I've sat with clients and taken them through a sensory exercise. Because for me, it's not just the pragmatic. It's the spiritual, it's the energetic, because there's so many people I know with these companies and businesses, and they are nowhere present in their brand. I'm like, where are you? Where they at? In the words of Jennifer Hudson, where are you at? Like, where you at? And so, because a lot of people get caught up in the visual. Oh, I need a new logo. No, you don't. You need no logo. Yeah, drop your company names, all of that. Yeah, that's what we do here. I'm not territorial like that. If you're doing stuff, you got stuff going on, drop it like in the comments right now. Tell us who you are. But a lot of times people get caught up in the visual and they're like, oh, I got to make a new logo, a new website. I'm like, no, we got to talk about who we're talking to. We got to talk about what they need. We got to talk about how you serve them. We got to talk about how they pay you. We need to get really well acquainted with them because, like I said, when we build a better mousetrap, we're going to make it a sure will. You're going to, ooh, yay! Do you do catering? Just let me know. We've got to talk to the audience so that we know what we're actually building. And yes, your brand can evolve, okay? But if you take the time to look at the audience, that's going to change everything. Trust me on that. Everybody I work with, yay! Okay, we're going to talk. We're going to connect. Everybody that I work with to build their brand, be it personal, be it their business, or be it both, we start with looking at the audience. Who are you serving? How are you serving them? What makes what you're serving different than what somebody else is serving? They call that a niche, but I never want anybody to niche down so far that you niche away your money, because you can do that. Okay. But I love a good niche, right? So get acquainted with that. Hopefully that helps. I know I've been talking for a while and I know that my battery is going to try to go. So I will come back probably later in the week, but do me a favor and click that. Is it a link, y'all? I'm just curious. If you can't, I want you to join my challenge. I want you to go over to that link that I have pinned, and I want you to sign up for the Power to Empower challenge, because I know the people that I serve, And I know that you guys are called to the amazing. You're not called to the mediocre. You're not called to the maybes. You're called, let me see if I can make this thing. Okay, I'm just going to believe that it's, let's see. I'm just going to believe that it's going to work. I want you guys, no, it's not act. Oh yeah, you know what? Because IG does that. It's just mean. So y'all cut and paste the link. It is in my bio. It's at the top. Join the challenge, y'all. It's free. We're going to hang out for 4 days. I'm going to answer your questions. You're going to learn some stuff. We're going to be talking about the message, the messenger, the medium, and the marketing. So if you want to have the most amazing YouTube channel, great. If you want to talk to people live and in person, great. Whatever it is you want to do, if you feel like you're supposed to empower others, get in my bio and you'll see something that might look like that link, but go to my bio, click that. Oh, and tune in to Pretty Problem Podcast Thursdays at 7 p.m. How do we tune in? Where do we tune in? Or is the link in your bio? But listen, guys, this is so super duper important. We are walking into a new season. It is August. 8 is the number of new beginnings. We are doing a new, fresh thing. So, okay, cool. So allow yourself to evolve. If I can help you in any way, check out the links in my bio, book a call, join the challenge. And it's been my pleasure to serve you. My name is Stephanie D. McKenzie. I'm a speaker, teacher, author, and coach, here to remind you to always be your own superhero and to thank you guys so much for loving and learning, asking me questions, talking about brand. Thank you for doing all of that with me. See you guys on the next video. Bye.